Okay, round two of chords. So I apologize, another theory lesson, but you know it's important to kind of talk about this. So I'm going to be really quick. These are seventh chords because it's like root, third, fifth, and the seventh. So if you imagine if you play a scale, one, and you only play one every other note. So one, two. I'm sorry, one, five, three. Can't talk. 5, 7. Right. So that's kind of the basis of what we call root position, major seventh. So if I stack all these, then you get this pattern. So this would be C major 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G7, A minor 7, and B half diminished 7. And this will be this pattern for any scale. Anytime you take a key, the pattern is the same. So if this was A, you would swap out the letter names for the whatever scale you're doing, like A. So it'd be like A major 7th, B minor 7th, C sharp minor 7, so on and so forth. You could do that. I'm going to write it this way because this is what we're going to do with our scales on this particular video. We're going to play what we call chord scales. Fancy way of saying is that we just diatonically, meaning within the key, we go up the scale. So let's go back to our, let's go split view. So I want to keep that pattern here. All right. Get the chord boot camp up. Splendid. We're only going to need these first three, I believe. So let's see if I can. There we go. See if I can get this happening over here. I don't know if you can see that. I know it's not ideal, but let's see if I can lower this guy. Stand by. Millennial dealing with technology. Okay, so I just went ahead and wrote the chords underneath there because that's all we really need. So let's take G major 7. So remember in the first video where I talked about whole steps and half steps, right? So the half steps are between 3, 4, and 7 and 8. The third and fourth scale note of the scale, and the seventh and eighth note of the scale. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. Again, whole steps. Then 3 and 4 is a half step. Then everything's a whole step until you get to 7 and 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's your last half step. Let's turn these into chords, knowing about the chord quality. So the first one's going to be a G major 7. So I kind of blocked the G part with my guitar here, but it's this guy. So now we go up on the low E string. We find A, the second note. We make that a minor 7. You go up 2 more frets, that gives you B minor 7. That's the 3 chord. Then you got C major 7, D dominant 7, E minor 7, and F sharp half diminished. You know, if you're on a nylon string, you might have to go down here if you can't go above the 12th fret. So just do what you got to do. So to hear that real quick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 8. Let's go back down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Let's do it in C major. Let's go to the next string. So let's do the ones in A now. So that's 1. So you'll notice that if you start here, we're still starting on the 3rd fret. It's the same pattern going up the string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now let's fill it in. 1 chord is a major 7th. The 2 chord is a minor 7. And you go up 2 frets. frets, you have the 3 chord, also minor 7. Then you have F major 7, 5 dominant 7. I know it says 7, but we say dominant just to be extra clear. Sometimes we could also say just 5, a dominant 7th, 5 7, 6 minor 7, and then the 7 chord, which is half diminished. 7 half diminished, or 7 minor 7 flat 5. That's it. And then there we go. Same deal if you have to jump down here. If you're on an island string, you can't go above the 12th fret. Go for it. So here we go. Let's go back down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very powerful to memorize those diatonic 7th chords. That's going to come in handy for sure. Let's do a different key. Let's say, I don't know, let's do, we did C. What's something that's like, let's do E major 7. So this will be interesting. You could do really open in the 1st fret there. You could also go up to the 12th fret and then come back down for 2. Let's do the scale first. 1, 2, 3, half steps between 3 and 4. 4 to 5, 6, 7, octave. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. Let's try doing the same scale on the A string. So this is going to be interesting. E's like right in the middle, right? So at some point we have to kind of decide to jump down the fretboard. So let's see how we're going to do that. So let's start with 1. 1, 2, 3. 3 to 4 is a half step. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's getting pretty high up there, right? So why don't we do this? Instead of playing all the way through the scale, let's play up to the 4th note, and then we're going to play down to the 5th note. So let's see, find those notes first. So this is 1 or 8, depending on, 1 and 8 are kind of the same notes, like they're interchangeable. 8 to 7 or 1 to 7 is a half step. 7 to 6, whole step. 6 to 5 is a whole step. So let's, now that we've got those, let's fill in the chords. So 1 chord, 2 chord, 3 chord, 4 chord. Now let's go back the other direction. 3, 2, 1, 7, half diminished, 6 minor, 7, 5 dominant, back up to 6. So, try this out with different keys and just kind of get comfortable with it. The big idea here is you want to memorize the major scale, pattern there. It's like the half step between 3, 4, and 7 and 8. Or sorry, it should be over here, 8, which is just major 7. I'll put in there parentheses 1 major 7. Definitely drill that into your brain. The sooner you can, the more it'll help you out. And then the next step is memorize the order of the 7th chords. It's a little bit of memorization, a little bit of work, but I promise you, it'll pay you back dividends for sure. The next thing I'd like to do is the next video we're going to comp through a progression that only needs dominant chords. That's a 12-bar blues. So I'll see you in the next video. Here we go.